A former federal prosecutor, Andrew Cherkasky, joins me now. Great to have you here, Andrew. Let's turn to the delay in Trump's criminal sentencing. What happens now? How do you think that plays out?
Well, I think that it's a sign that Donald Trump is winning the lawfare battle at the moment. The delay essentially now gives time for the defense to file motions in the New York criminal case regarding immunity and the evidence that was used at trial, which the Supreme Court kind of mentioned in their ruling, not on the broad scope of immunity, but on the idea that certain types of evidence from his time in office, that can't even be used as evidence in a criminal trial. The prosecution has asked for more time to file their response, and Judge Merchan has put a early September date on his decision in that. That's something that could even go on appeal before the sentencing takes place, potentially, if Judge Merchan does not find in Donald Trump's favor here. I think that this goes all the way back to the trial when we saw certain evidence come in through Hope Hicks, other statements that were made by Donald Trump through Twitter that was used as evidence against him. And it certainly seems that the ruling from the Supreme Court suggests that that should not have ever been used in the first place.
Interesting. Very quickly, Andrew, does the Supreme Court ruling cover both the Manhattan charges of which he is being convicted, but also the Jack Smith investigation into his alleged actions following the 2020 election? Does it cover both?
Well, the ruling itself was focused on the January 6th case. That's where the appeal came from, and that's where the immunity claim was made that they took the appeal on. So the idea that we're now applying the Supreme Court ruling this week in the New York case is one that essentially you're taking the baseline or the concept and applying it there. It can also be applied to the Georgia case and the Florida case.
Yeah, interesting. All right, next one for you. Democrat Congressman Joe Morrell calling for a constitutional amendment to reverse the Supreme Court's immunity ruling. I mean, is that going to fly? Surely not.
There's, I guess, a lot of room for creativity in Congress. It doesn't mean that it's going to become law by any stretch. The idea of a constitutional amendment, I think, is a outlier in terms of possibility. It requires the states and a huge majority from Congress and the Senate to make that happen. And when you look at it from a practical perspective, immunity has been assumed in presidents throughout the history of our country. There's been no discussions of past prosecutions of presidents. And so I find this ruling to be very much in line with the precedent and the history of our country, as opposed to the ideas that the left is coming from, that this is some sort of crazy result from an activist court.
Very good. We'll leave it there. Andrew Cherkasky, as always, great stuff, Andrew. Thanks very much for joining us.